based on things. So even though the early rounds are where he wants to make his mark.
Here we go. Larry Holmes dancing around. Holmes said to us
something he hasn't had in the other fights.
Right hand by Holmes and landing and punching. Now see, when he gets on the inside, Butterbean can land a few things. He lands it over
in there a long time if he's a banger. Busted it with his jab.
I think Holmes' legs are defying him a little, and he
just missing there with Butterbean.
Which Holmes started out looking like, oh, there's the right. What did it do to Butterbean? He's still coming.
In, out, right? Put them together.
Butterbean able to make his entrance as he takes a shot and then lands behind the head to the neck area.
What it showed more than anything was the lack of balance.
And when you're 52, you're going to take some time off in the fight for Holmes to come in.
Butterbean should knock him out. Holmes with right hand, overhand right.
Right hand in there.
And a backhand by Butterbean.
Butterbean showing that he'll have to land a very high push. Butterbean is there, and they're both waiting on their shots.
And I'm not sure you could give
that we're on two entirely different skill levels.
Yes, precisely, Dave. But he may not have did Holmes, but it was short. That one got there.
Right hand lead.
Butterbean shakes his head round and very nearly won that fight. Did beat Ray Mercer at the age of 42. Now he could, at the end of the fight, then do what he has done on other occasions when he's lost.
Telling shot. Look at that. Right hand lead. Butterbean says, "That's right, man."
Well, that replay is this fight in microcosm where Larry Holmes in the white trunks, Butterbean in the stars and stripes. Now, Larry Holmes is mixing up his jabs.
Well, you know, now, concession to Butterbean, a big experience concession from Butterbean to Holmes. Well, now, you know what? He would land one shot and effectively turn the fight and end it.
A minute left to go. Holmes controlling this round. Jabs and right hands. Butterbean. It's kind of like watching a Nero Wolf show unfold. There's mysteries here. Yes, in this fight, I would think that Butterbean also knows. Let's hear what they're saying.
Gets the jab in. Butterbean has to regroup. He gambles and takes his one shot. He takes the throw his right hand without waiting for Larry Holmes's.
Now starting, there's a little swelling and some redness around the left eye of Butterbean, maybe even a cut, Dave.
And that's the jab. Bode well for Butterbean, and it makes him have to gamble more.
Butterbean clubbing the right eye of Larry Holmes. Here comes Butterbean. He's wailing away now.
There's that windmilling.
So here in round 5, cut over the eye of Butterbean.
And the redness is a target.
And now they bang heads. The way Butterbean's coming in, the way he has to come in, those heads are clashing. But again, a good round for Larry Holmes.
They were both leaning forwards. We saw some heads come together. Here's Butterbean coming in. There are the heads right there.
10-rounder. Larry Holmes throws a right hand with some power. In that ring.
He's trash talking. I said, come on. Among other things.
Yeah. Perhaps more salty than his left hook is emboldened. And now he's got Holmes in the corner. Lands it right to the body, but he steps right back. He knows there's Larry Holmes, a swelling. Big right hand by Holmes.
That was a sweet shot.
And Butterbean. The crowd's encouraging him. You can feel Larry Holmes wants to land something really solid against Butterbean here.
You can sense it
a little bit. That would have been a good idea earlier. So round 6 comes to a conclusion. Larry Holmes has
jab against an unprotected eye, and the right hand, no match.
You get out. Get some there water. You got it.
Is now way past the territory he's ever been in. He's never gone past 4. Larry Holmes went
away. It's a big assignment for Butterbean to close ground on.
Butterbean has
twist. It's usually the younger fighter who makes the older fighter use his legs. In this case, Larry Holmes making better.
The crowd chanting Larry Holmes is in here with the idea of a certain attachment to Larry Holmes. And he has parlayed his 4-round success into a...
Has the movement, has the right hand behind it. Or Butterbean, he has to close ground cheaply and then try to get off.
You know, lost in this is a big, powerful heavyweight, however limited his skills, and finds a way to pepper him with the jab and the straight right hand. It's not bad for a 52-year-old. Time may be running out for Butterbean unless he can land something big.
Finds himself in a longer fight than he expected to be in.
Remember a fighter that could have that statistic. Nice right hand by Holmes. He has not really hurt.
Not to go for broke. You can get a lot out of the fight by swarming, by being in it, by firing punches.
Counter right hand.
Better to lose by a knockout in which you took a stand. The worst scenario is a fight their style.
Almost halfway through this round. There's Butterbean rushing in. If you can't catch a 52-year-old guy who takes 5 steps back, I got to tell you, you're not doing a very good job. He's a lot bigger. So Butterbean got his wish in terms of the size of this ring, but they have not really done much. There's another one to the head of Butterbean.
Butterbean has to reload and then fire in there. It's a tough road for him.
Holmes just...
Butterbean through.
Round 8 is coming to a close, and it does with a very...
Win this fight is knock him out. You gotta knock that man out. And the only way
didn't hear it. Murray Sutherland said to Larry Holmes, or to Butterbean,
never gets there.
Butterbean, the 32 in the 9th round, he's never been that far. He takes 2 steps back and then lands the right hand. So,
and the guy you needed against has so many different ways to fight.
Eye of Butterbean. Murray Sutherland giving him a talking to. 20 had losing records and 13 were 500 records. Sit corner hoping that he can force Holmes to make a mistake and he can nail him. I guess that's the reason.
This was the place that had to try to take his career because there was nowhere.
May I add, one's better than Butterbean. Look bad. He's doing it again tonight, but here comes and Holmes moves away from the right hand. Butterbean lands a couple of right hands. He's flailing away. Holmes with his hand on the ropes, just trying to parry whatever Butterbean. Oh, that's the. Oh my. Well, it didn't hurt Butterbean. In this fight, you figure if he throws him around 10, they're going to hurt the guy. Something of a charge earlier in the round. If this is the last fight, Larry. Oh, left hook. Sends Holmes down. That's appropriate call by the referee. That is the right call. He did the right
Curiosity.
So, an interesting he won it.
Well, a curiosity fight, and it's self-control. Will have this to hang his hat on.
Well, that was at ice.
Gets hit there.
You know what?
No,
not a knockdown. I stand corrected. I thought the punch had
unanimous decision. The boxing legend, former heavyweight champion of the world, the Easton Assassin, Larry
Holmes. So Larry Holmes wins a unanimous decision, even a little closer than I think we would have had it.